Welcome, Red Knight.
Your spirit will hate her, the flower who married my brother, the traitor, and you will expose his puppet behavior, for you are the proof of how we betrayed her loyalty. Hush, child, the darkness will rise from the deep and carry you down to sleep. Child, the darkness will rise from the deep and carry you down to sleep. Guileless son, each day you grow older, each moment I'm watching my vengeance unfold. For the child of my body, the flesh of my soul will die in returning the birthright he stole. Hush, child, the darkness will rise from the deep and carry you down to sleep. Child, the darkness will rise from the deep and carry you down to
Hello and good evening. Here we are back to it. Haven't streamed in a week. Got to some good hunt just now. Got camped a lot in quick play, then ran to some shotguns, but then finished off good triple kill, dynamite random trio, and another one where I had to extract with about half a bounty. But played 6 hours yesterday, so it's hit and miss. A lot of good ones here and there. Hope to get to sword streamers such tomorrow for sure. Some good running today. Said it wouldn't be a very good quality stream though, so we'll get to running stream another time. Hopefully sword stream soon, and then we'll make an announcement for the final chapter, Baldur's Gate 3 first playthrough. Will be great. Tonight we are going to get started for Sub Saturday, February 3rd. Happy February. Hope you had a good Groundhog Day. I didn't watch the news yet, see the groundhog and such, but anyway, hope you're doing well. We are going to get started with Find Me tonight, then we'll be on to Dune House Harkonnen. Then we'll likely finish off Shadow of War, Desolation of Mordor, so we can get to the Blade of Galadriel very soon. Gonna be great. Hope you're doing fine. Sub Saturday, welcome all champions, Dragon Knights. Do appreciate I haven't checked much recently, but yeah, let's check it real quick. Might as well sacrifice a little frame drop for our champions. Let's take a quick look. We could stream test, but it doesn't seem necessary. Maybe just a quick one. It doesn't take too much frame drop, hopefully. Internet is very unstable, but we'll try. Sounding okay, looking okay. There's a little frame drop for our champion. Yeah, FPS is looking good. We're celebrating Gamer Sweetheart Gal. And Let me see if anything's changed real quick just to appreciate. Lovely fun. Make sure it hasn't changed. Goes back and forth. So we were at 7 champions, now we're back to 5. Looks like it is hard to keep track of. Actually, that's the new month, so we have a couple ones to check out. We might as well take care of that now, but just trying to go live, you know, for a week here. So we might as well enjoy everything time we do have. Let us take a quick look. Okay, a little frame drop from that because the stream, I guess, but it'll settle down. And we'll get started here very soon. Just wanted to get some things together, and it will be great. We'll recap where we left off. Look forward to chat with you very soon. Have all our fun widget features, champion command featured tonight. Gonna be great.
The greatest adventure is what lies ahead. Today and tomorrow are yet to be said. The chances, the changes are all yours to make. The mold of your life is in your hands to break. The greatest adventure is there if you're bold. Let go of the moment that life makes you hold. To measure the meaning can make you delay. It's time you stop thinking and wasting the day. The man who's a dreamer and never takes leave, who thinks of a world that is just make-believe, will never know passion, will never know pain. Who sits by the window will one day see rain. The greatest adventure is what lies ahead. Today and tomorrow are yet to be said. The chances, the changes are all yours to make. The mold of your life is in your hands to break. The greatest adventure is what lies ahead.
He was happy to read the disclaimer on TurboTax Free Edition.
Roughly 37% of taxpayers qualify. Form 1040 and limited credits only. See how at turbotax.com.
Alright, sorry about that. Yeah, we just have Richard at the gate, not able to continue the subscription at the moment, but do appreciate you. Thank you anyway, Richard, for your continued support from previously. Want to thank Moog. Thank you to ID Twins, Gamer Sweetheart Gal. Johnny. Alright. Thank you to them mostly. Other champions. Do appreciate you. Just take a few minutes here. Yeah, we're going to thank some recent follows, which I'm very excited to do in just a minute. Get this together here. Oh dear. Tricky passwords. Alright, there we go. We are set. Alright. Should be fine. Cool. Alrighty then. Yeah, we'll do more appreciation champion such later. for now, I'll just do a quick adjustment to 5. I think we are somewhere around that. It is a little confusing at times, but I do appreciate what we have. A great community of Dragon Knights since 2021, and Discord and other things, Steam and such. 2016, started other Targaryen groups and things. So, very lovely. Okay, we got 29 days for the leap year. That is exciting for February. Very exciting. Alright, that'll be fine for now. Sorry, a little bit of frame drop. Should calm down as we read anyway. Gonna turn off the audio for now. Desktop audio.
Yes, my lord.
So it'll be just through the speakers.
Yes, my lord.
Shouldn't be too bad. Let us take a look where we left off on Find Me. The browser source thing, Steam, isn't too bad. It's just a little confusing at times. Anyway, okay, first thing though, before that, we do want to thank some recent follows. Met Tuna for lunch in Quick Play, lit him on fire for a fire challenge, ironically, and then he crossbowed me. Good to meet you, Tuna. Very fun hunt streamer, Resident Evil most recently, and good fun with other Canadian type of themes. Pretty prevalent streamer. I was actually seeing him in another stream today, auto host by one of the other follows we'll get to in just a minute. Thank you to Dr. Bam Bam MD for the follow. Believe that is my friend, partner in hunt as well. And finally to the amazing Yurfi, thank you for the follow back. For lovely Dragon Queen, such Yurfi, we'll give her a regular shout out as well. Off the desktop audio, see how the mic goes. Firebot a little high there, looks like. Firebot, come on back down. Give her a standard shout out. See, just a hunt clip, yeah. That's better. Okay. She has a bomb lance clip. Yeah, I just saw that other Jack. I chat with her sometimes. She had funny triple bomb lance kill. Yurfi here. Chasing. Oh god. Crazy positioning. People, yeah, get really complacent trying to shut down melees. I mean, me included sometimes. It's just hilarious. Anyway, well done, Yurfi, for the bomb lance kills. I have some other bomb lance clips, but not many. Since I haven't been playing stream recording, it got some screenshots, but nothing too amazing since last stream. Nothing so singularly exceptional. Just enjoying the event, Shadow Leap and such. Gonna be sad to see it go. We did get that recent stream at least, so that was fun to have that live. Okay, we left off on Find Me. We'll take a look here. Pick it up here at the 14-minute mark for Find Me Chapter 14. As you saw last stream was Chapter 12 title, but this will be Chapter 14 because we did read 2 chapters last time. Pretty quick and short. Anyway, nearly at the 15-minute mark, we should be good to get started. Let us see where we left off. Okay. Yes, I grabbed our jackets and we left my apartment to go grab some food before we split up for the night. She had to work after this, and I decided to head home after to rest before bed. Our other human hunter perspective there, we are very glad to pick it up and very excited. Get back to readings, first time in a week, next IRL stream, and Baldur's Gate coming. Shadow of War looks like should be able to finish tonight, but we will do our best. Okay, let us begin then. Chapter 14 of Find Me. Hopefully that's decent position for that. It's not the best, but it's definitely good enough. The shifts. Romus. I noticed Eric was similar to Romus in many ways. You could easily tell they were father and son, even if you never saw how similar they looked. Every shift, he would ask if I needed blood before going to work on whatever he did, while sitting in the room with me. After months of this, He seemed to cave in to his curiosity because today he finally spoke to me. Catalina? Yes? What did you do at your home? I've heard stories, but what did you do to pass the time? There's no way you sat around doing this, yet you seem so comfortable. Interesting. His question was different from his daughter's. He was smart, that was for sure. Romus made sure to mention that he had heard stories about me and knew about my past. Or at least he thought he did, since I am sure they came from his parents. He also made it clear that he didn't want to know about my past, so why would he want to know? It wouldn't do any harm to answer him, so I decided to distract myself by responding. When I am home, I enjoy reading, listening to music, and training. Training has always been my favorite thing to do. I agree with being active. It has always been something Eric, Elena, Clayton, Cassandra, and I enjoy. However, we play sports together to stay active. I had to wonder what his wife did while they played these sports. I must have shown my thoughts because he answered my unspoken question. Delia loves to run. That crazy woman would run from sunup to sundown if we let her. So whenever we go out to play ball, she comes to run around the park. I see. You sound like the perfect family. He laughed, which surprised me. Not at all. No. I did not know what to say to that. I was not used to speaking so much, so I let the conversation die where it was at. He was fine with that, as he did not push it either. That was the only time we spoke beside asking me if I wanted blood or not over the months of time we spent together. I could see where Eric inherited his quiet exterior from. Elena? Not so much. Delia? While Eric resembled his father, Elena resembled her mother. Whenever Delia came down to the basement, she would only talk. She would talk about various topics. I didn't mind as much as I should have because I used her soothing voice to fall asleep. It was calming, and her voice provided me with an opportunity to relax and sleep while she was present. I only slept when she and Elena were speaking because it helped me stay aware of their location in the room. The men were too quiet, making it difficult to keep track of them while attempting to rest. One day she brought down a few books. They were newer books. I would not normally read, but I did appreciate the offer. I wanted to give you something to do besides sit here and rot. I'm sorry we don't have things you're used to, but hopefully this gives you a little bit of a break from looking at the dirty ceiling. She was careful as she passed me each book through the bars, being sure our hands never touched. She gave me several books which I was grateful for. Thank you, I appreciate this. It'll be nice to read again, I miss it. And it would be. I have been locked up before, years ago when I upset Dimitri, and he decided to lock me up in our dungeon for a few years with no light, with only tossing me dead bodies here and there to keep me fed. Compared to that, this was the royal treatment. I was not even chained, and I had a makeshift bathroom. I could even shower down here. Humans seem to forget what we are used to and can tolerate, which worked in my favor. After offering me the books, she went back to telling me about her day and everything she did. What did she call it? Yes. She used me to vent and I used her to sleep, so we both benefited each other. Unlike her daughter, she never attempted to engage in conversation with me. She simply talked while I slept. She might be my favorite person to be around. What does she talk about then? On to Rahila. Hello, Catalina. Eric had plans tonight, so I came instead. I brought some more books for you to read. She was always cheerful with me. How could she act like this with me when I almost killed her son? Wait, something was off. She smelled wrong. Thank you, Rahila. She passed me the books through the bars, not nearly as careful as Delia was. She simply handed me the books. our fingers touching a few times during the exchange. As she was close enough to touch, I was able to figure out what was different about her. Rahila, I was unaware. Congratulations. I'm sorry. She seemed genuinely confused. You are with child, I explained. Figured that, huh? I'm sorry. She seemed genuinely confused. Checking the mic quality, we've had all the static issues lately. That just comes and goes. I think it's plugged in as well as it can be efficiently. It's just, you know, sometimes for a few minutes it gets really bad, really staticky. I don't know why. But hopefully it's fairly decent, because obviously audio is the most important thing for these. I thought she knew until her mouth dropped. Her eyes and hands went to her abdomen. I'm pregnant? How do you know? Is it even possible for you to know? Her eyes were glazed over with tears. Yes, I can smell the change in your body. If you trust me enough, all you must do is cut your finger slightly or allow me to prick it so I can taste it. I will be able to confirm it for you. I also understand if you do not want to. I knew there was a high chance she would not want me anywhere near her now that she was with child. However, I was starting to like her, so I figured offering her this could not hurt. Here, she put her hand through the bar for me to bite. My eyes only widened slightly in surprise as I shifted into my vampire form. I took her hand in both of mine before looking at her one more time to verify this was what she wanted. It's okay, I trust you, she encouraged me. I took my fang and carefully made a small cut on the tip of her pointer finger, just a bit deeper than a paper cut. I then licked the wound until it closed. Her blood had that extra sweet taste you get when one is expecting, making it even harder to pull away. However, I would not let my vampire instincts rule me. Not with this. Not with an innocent on the line. I pulled away so she could bring her hand back to her side of the bars while I told her the hopefully good news. Yes, you are expecting. I am unable to tell how far along you are, though. I gave her a gentle smile. Thank you so much. Catalina, we never get a chance to talk alone. I know you're struggling, or you were, but you seem to be doing well here. I wanted to ask you something, but I don't want to offend you. Is it possible you're safer here than you were at home? Here you don't have to worry about others coming after you or being attacked, nor your husband being able to do anything to you. I had to think that over. What did she mean when she said I was doing well here? I'd literally sat in a cage all day and night. How could I do well or bad? There was nothing to do. Did she mean about the blood situation? Because we did learn after that one bloodlust, so maybe she thinks we are closer now. I must have taken too long to respond because she spoke again. I know I've thanked you for saving Emmett before, and I know my husband is still upset over him getting hurt, but it was a lesson he needed to learn. Sadly, it seemed we're at the point in time where we can't pretend you and your kind don't exist any longer. Rahila, may I be honest? Of course. You need to train him. Train all of them. As children, they should be well trained. In our culture, they would have been. Humans tend to baby their young when they are the most vulnerable. I cannot protect him or any of the children anymore. Now that we know where your family is, there will be a long play. It may not come from us, but vampires finding a group of hunters is something that vampires will want to end quickly, and the news will spread quickly. She sighed and dropped her head. I am sure it hurt her to hear her baby boy needed to grow up a bit, or they might not make it to an adult. We're in the last paragraph here. It's a bit late, but might as well get our chapter 14 up. She sighed and dropped her head. I am sure it hurt her to hear her baby boy needed to grow up a bit, or they might not make it to an adult. I suppose you're right. It doesn't mean I have to like it. I'll speak to everyone tonight or at our family dinner. You know we have more trust for you since you stopped yourself during the blood rage. Foolish. I think she understood that I had no desire to finish this conversation because she left me to read while she typed away at her laptop. She was irritating me, shifting fairly frequently, which told me she was clearly upset about our conversation. Maybe it would help the humans understand that I do not want nor need to build bonds with them. I was here to follow through with my duty as the Western Lord's daughter. That was all. I would sit here and keep quiet while time passed by. If I knew my family, they would find a way to get me out of this situation and attack so I would not be here forever. These people would end up dead before they could ever hope to learn anything about me. That will do it for chapter 14. We'll get to time with Eric. Maybe right now, let me... Okay, it's a page and a half, so... Eric's shift is a bit longer. After that, it goes back and forth. But yeah, we might as well do one more. This one's very quick here. So... yeah, let's go ahead and get to that. Learn anything about me. Chapter 15. Coming right up. That will be time with Eric. The months with Eric were simple. He would bring things to do while he kept an eye on me. He did just what I wanted him to do and only talked to me at the start of each encounter when he would ask if I needed blood. That was until today. Today everything changed. I am not sure what he was doing, but he got a paper cut. Normally it would not be a big deal, but with a vampire in the room, it became a big deal. At least to me. "Oh shit, sorry," he said while looking between me and his bleeding finger, slightly squeezing it, which caused a little more blood to push through and the vampire in me to merge with my human side. Before I even thought, my mouth was moving, stunning us both. "I can heal it if you allow me to lick your wound close." "I would not bite you, I swear it." I saw him debate my words. I was stunned he would even think about my idea since I knew he was not a fan of mine. Okay. He walked slowly toward the bars of my cell and pushed his hand through so I could have access to his cut finger. I instantly pulled his finger into my mouth and sucked any blood I could into my mouth. I moaned at the taste. I quickly stopped sucking to run my tongue along his small cut to heal it fully. Once there was no evidence of a cut ever being there, I slowly pulled back. The air seemed to change. Sexual tension was rising around us. I cannot understand why he would allow me to take such liberties with his person. "Why did you trust me? You've shown to be somewhat safe-ish, plus paper cuts hurt like a bitch." He shrugged while looking between my eyes and lips. I could not help but mimic his actions. I wonder if he would hold any emotion when he kissed someone, or would he be cold and calculated like Dimitri? I flushed at the thought. I could not believe I was slightly aroused from such a small action. What was happening to me? And he was a hunter of all people. I took a deeper breath and was able to pinpoint his emotions a bit more. It was clear Eric was in the same boat as me. He was aroused and flustered. I needed to do something to fit this, anything to get us to snap out of this. "I am sorry for that. I despise the way blood controls me," I whispered, truly upset with myself. "What do you mean? You seem to control it well. Hell, you could have killed him twice now, but you didn't. I just wish I could smell or see blood without any response to it, like your paper cut. I just wish I could sit here and say I was sorry you cut yourself and get a bandage or something. Instead, I am desperate to taste it, to feed." I dropped my head so my forehead rested on the bars. Life as a vampire had many limitations that no one understood. I wanted control of my own body. Hey, I may not know you well, but you seem to be working hard on controlling yourself. Don't let who you are control who you want to be. If you do, you'll hate who you are even more. I smiled for the first time since being in their home. It was small, but still a genuine smile. Thank you, Eric. Before he could respond, the door opened, letting us know the next person was coming so he could go home. We jumped apart to act as if nothing ever happened. It was better that way. At least that was what I was telling myself. That will do it for Find Me for tonight. Alrighty, interesting developments. We'll get out of that cell before too long, I hope. Alright, we are on to Dune, House Harkonnen. Good prequel written by Frank Herbert's son, Brian Herbert, and Kevin J. Anderson. So let's get ready for that. On to the next exciting sci-fi chapter. Alrighty. Boom, 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 boom. Change the... Yeah, that's the other micro chapters. Dune House Harkonnen. Silly Malcolm. Alright, good stuff. Let us see just the last little bit of the last chapter where we left off with this. Just to refresh ourselves, it has been a week. Leto nodded without smiling, and they clasped hands in the half handshake of the Imperium. So we have that other, like, exiled prince, last of his family, young Duke Leto, and young Duncan Idaho, which is interesting to see. On we go. Nature commits no errors. Right and wrong are human categories. Pardo Kynes, Arrakis Lectures. Monotonous days. The three men Harkonnen patrol cruised over the golden swells of dunes along a 1,000-kilometer flight path. In the unrelenting desert landscape, even a puff of dust caused excitement. The troopers flew their armored ornithopter in a long circle, skirting mountains, then curving south over great pans and flatlands. Glossu Rabban, the Baron's nephew and temporary governor of Arrakis, had ordered them to fly regularly, to be seen, to show the squalid settlements that Harkonnens were watching, always. Kiel, the side gunner, considered the assignment a license to hunt any Fremen found wandering near legitimate spice harvesting operations. What made those dirty wanderers think they could trespass on Harkonnen lands without permission from the district office in Carthag? But few Fremen were ever caught abroad in daylight, and the task had grown dull. Garan flew the thopter, rising up and dipping down to catch thermals, as if operating an amusement ride. He maintained a stoic expression, though occasionally a grin stole across his lips as the craft bucked and jostled in rough air. As they completed their 5th-day patrol, he continued to mark discrepancies on topographical maps, muttering in disgust each time he found another mistake. These were the worst charts he had ever used. In the back passenger compartment sat Jostin, recently transferred from Gidi Prime. Accustomed to industrial facilities, gray skies, and dirty buildings, Jostin gazed out over the sandy wastelands, studying hypnotic dune patterns. He spotted the knot of dust off to the south, deep in the open funeral plain. "What's that?" Spice harvesting operation? Not a chance, the side